Friends, subscribers, and internet strangers, what's up? Alright, today's lessons, today's haul, rainy days at the yard sales. Did we find anything? I don't know. Stay tuned. Alright, here we go. First up, this is exciting, isn't it? Got this Samsung remote. I will link it. I've sold this one before. $1 at an estate sale. This one here, same thing, it's $1. And you would think, BP, you got the same one. You have to look very closely. Samsung, one thing they do is, in most remotes, especially Sony, Samsung, they give you a number. So how close I can get to my... They give you a number right there that tells you what it is. Because these remotes look pretty close until you realize this one has a light function. This one has double power. So they're different. That seems to be the only difference. And there's a row here with pluses and a minus. You see that these two are not the same, but the bottom part, the bottom third is the same. So the remotes are close, but they're not the same. I will link above their little pictures to show you what I got. Didn't like paying $4 for this. It is a, it's got Tom Selleck, Sam Elliott. I don't know, never saw it. That's Tom on the front. For those who don't recognize Magnum PI. It sells for $27 on Amazon, so I paid $4. So that's why I bought that one. Wouldn't be the yard sales if I didn't buy a flip phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and list this one tonight so I can show you in some solds how these flip phones do. This is an LG B470. It has the power supply, has the charger with it, which is important. If you look at some of these, like this one here, it has a wider power supply, so if it didn't come with it, I would not have bought it, because a lot of them use the micro USBs and stuff like that. This one does not. It uses its own. LG and Samsung are bad about using their own, earlier flip phones, their own power supplies. So you got to be careful with that. Make sure, look and see what kind of power supply. It should be easy to identify power supplies. The micro USB, everybody should know it. It's what's charged cell phones for quite a while now, and as we switch over to USB-C, make things even easier. Okay, I think I paid $2 for these because, okay, there's 3 things in life that you can't keep up with that are not cell phones and that kind of stuff. And reselling, every one of these I find for $0.25 I buy, they're laying around everywhere and I still lose them. Number 1. Number 2, you can never find a box cutter. They're all over this building. They hang out with the tape measures. And the next thing you can ever find is screwdrivers. So I bought these to keep out here instead of having to go to the van to get some, to go inside to get some. I just bought a set of screwdrivers for a couple bucks to keep out here. All right, how many people know who this critter is? I'm 50 years old and I had to learn this stuff. Hell yes, I know who this is. Do you? In the comments below, before I tell you who this is, do you know who this is? This is Tracker. Say hey to Tracker. Tracker is from Paw Patrol. He's one of the latest. Tracker and Everest are the two that you've got to look at. Everest is the little girl. She wears a most time a ski vest of some sort. Tracker, he's the last one, and his stuff is almost always very expensive. So I will look this guy up, and there will be an auction up above. I paid $1 for Tracker. The big spend of the day was Acer Aspire One estate sale. It was $30. They marked it down to $15 for half price, so I bought it. It is a newer one. It's got Windows 7 on it. It's a full computer, full little laptop running on Intel Celeron, so that's nice. The one thing you got to have is the charger. The chargers are 20 bucks. So you know, there's no way you can buy this without the charger. You can't test it, you can't do anything, and you can't be into it for 15 and have to buy a $25 charger, because I'm pretty sure I can get $89 or $99 for this. There were a couple versions of it. So Bearded Picker, how do you find out which one this one is? You see it'll come on. I've already reset it. It's very easy to reset. Just go into to the control panel and tell it, yo, Mr. Computer, you can see it's coming around. You tell it, it's got Windows 7 running on it. You tell it to reset it to factory defaults. So that's what I did. It's installed with no passwords. It's connected to my Wi-Fi here. And if you go to control panel, device manager, or system, either one of them will start telling you information about what's on this thing. It's got a 300 gig hard drive, and it's got 4 gig of RAM and its processor. So this is the nicer one, the 4 gig of RAM. You'll see it'll boot up in a second. It's a nice little computer screen. It's just a little dusty, but I'll turn it off and I'll clean it up. It'll be fine. Get some nice pictures of it. I'm gonna go ahead and list it this evening. It's got a webcam on it. It's a nice little computer. Something real nice to throw in a backpack. People buy these because they can just carry them with them. They don't need a powerhouse. They just need something to surf the internet. And this one does fine. You can see I did install Chrome on it so I can test them, because I don't like any of the rest of them. So that was the big purchase. All right, so slim pickings. It was Harlan and I, we ate breakfast. Okay, the answer to the bacon question: did Harlan eat all his bacon? No, but I saved him this time because I ate his 2 extra pieces of bacon. You cannot leave bacon on a plate. It's hard to get over the fact that you could actually walk away from bacon. All right, so I've got the hose and everything left on this thing. There seems to be a lot of questions from a lot of new sellers about this piece of equipment right here. You see them a lot at yard sales. And why do you find them at yard sales? Because they're expensive as hell. Insurance companies pay the vast majority of it, and then people are not going to sleep with this on their face. This is a Cpap machine. This one is by Respironics. Respironics is the #1 brand, I believe. Don't hold me exactly to that one. But the nice thing about this one is it'll instead of having to take it into your sleep doctor, you can just take it in the car and they can evaluate your sleep patterns, because it tracks all that on that video, on that SD card. This one is so new they didn't even take the paper off of it here. They didn't take the paper off of here. They said they only used it a couple times and they couldn't sleep with it, so they'd never use it again. So what's the answer? Can you sell this anywhere? Legally, the whole thing together, you're not allowed to sell it. It requires a prescription. It'll come with the hose. Actually, I don't think it even comes with a hose. It'll come like this with a power supply. So, BP, what can you do with it? Why did you give $10? Yeah, I paid $10. Or why did you pay $10 for this thing? Okay, so they've got you can sell that, because you can't sell the whole thing. I think this is like $17. It's a lot of these have that you have to put distilled water in them so that you can moisture, so it doesn't dry out overnight, all that air blowing in. So you can sell that. You can sell the hose. You can sell this part of the mask, because the mask requires a prescription too. Don't think that you can just sell the mask. The mask consists of this guy here, but all this stuff comes apart. So you can sell the nasal part. It's called a nasal pillow. You can sell the headgear, no problem. You can sell the hose by itself. You can sell the power supply, which is about $24, but you just can't sell it all together. The machine itself, what's left, you can sell this locally and nobody will really give you any hassle, but technically you're not supposed to. But yes, I just wanted to go over a piece of medical equipment, and I get a lot of questions because somebody sold this one. I looked up souls just for the sheer kicks and giggles, and somebody got $100 for it. The old adage, but somebody else sold it, so I thought I'd list it. You are responsible for understanding the rules. Nobody's going to hold your hand. Nobody's going to come and say, hey, new seller, this is what you're supposed to do. When you sign up for eBay, Amazon, whoever, You can't sell these on Amazon. You've got to have this medical device. You actually, it's one of the hardest categories to get into. It and fine jewelry and so on, where you have to prove that you're a licensed medical seller. So you're not going to, as a third party retail arbitrager, wholesaler, you're not going to get an account in there. So I hate to break it to you, but eBay will let you sell parts. You just can't sell the whole thing, because it's against the law to sell the whole thing, because you need a prescription. It is a racket. It is a medical field racket that, you know, who would choose to sleep with this thing? If I didn't have severe sleep apnea, I wouldn't sleep with mine. I mean, it's not just something you go out and go, well, damn, I think I'm going to go on the black market and get me a new Cpap machine, because they want to charge you, you know, $1,200, $1,400 for these machines. My first one, when I got it, was almost $2,500, and that was in 1998. So that was $1998. I know some of you probably weren't even alive in 1998, and that makes me sad. I just wanted to clear up with medical devices. Can you still sell them? I've actually sold one on Craigslist. Had no issues with it. I picked up at the yard sale, you know, a quick flip. You can't do that kind of stuff. Facebook Marketplace, I don't think they say anything about you. If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments, because, you know, I'm due to be wrong every now and then. I don't know everything, but I just tell you what I've learned. So, was it worth getting up? You know, I got some screwdrivers. You know, this guy I'm expecting to make 20 or 30 bucks on. The phone, the same thing. The computer, I'm expecting to make 60 or 70, 15 or 16 on the video. And then whatever happens with the Cpap, I'm actually going to keep this Cpap machine as my backup, because it is so freaking, it's actually nicer than the one I have. And so I'm actually going to keep this one in case mine breaks. I'm going to put this in the closet just for a rainy day, because, you know, $10 is much. Because there, you can go online and get the programming instructions. I know all my numbers and what to put in there. So that's another nice thing about doing what we do. You save yourself a lot of money. You know, even my 20% on the insurance, you know, say it is $1,000, I'm still $200 in the hole. And that seems to be the reason why you'll see a lot of them sell for a couple $100, is because people are trying to get that 20% back. All right. So not a great haul, but I want the remotes off. I'll make $6, $7, $8 on the remote, so they're fine. I just wanted to show you that, you know, it's worth getting up on rainy days. It rained like cats and dogs here. It rained so bad that I walked through puddles and my feet were soaked through the socks. But it was the same as it always is. Hard. I had a great time. We laughed a lot. We're old dudes, so we went home. I talked to him this afternoon. I'm like, man, I took a great nap after the yard sale. Yeah, she said, yeah, me too. I did a great dinner with the family. Joni cooked steaks tonight, so that was very good. So just wanted to touch base with you guys, show you the yard sale, show you what I found, and look forward to some of the stuff in an upcoming sales video, because this stuff's got to go. All right. Any questions, leave them below. Appreciate you watching. Hope you learned something about the mill equipment. Hope you learned something about computers. If you got a question about where to find something in a computer, you shoot me a message, leave a comment. I'll see what I can do about answering it. Like, comment, subscribe, all them stuff. Tickle the buttons. Appreciate you. Roll Tide. We'll see you in the next one.